What's up, beautiful people? It's your boy Joshua Martin, and today we're going to talk about the best SD cards for your GH5. Yes, I said the best. So those who own a GH5, you already know that you have to find the fastest reliable card for recording the higher bit rate for the 400 megabits per second at 422 at 10-bit and all that good stuff for the GH5. When I first got this camera, I first bought the SanDisk 64 gig card V90. I think it was at $130 at the time, and these cards were still expensive when they were starting to roll out. I mean, it was hella expensive, but I needed it. And we all know we can't just film with one card. No. So I started researching what other options out there besides the SanDisk, and I came across Angelbird Media.
From Jazz's video. Yay!
Right off the bat, their website was actually really impressive. I liked the design of it, the aesthetic. But getting away from that, I came across their 64 gig card, and I think Adorama had a special going on, so I purchased it through there, and it was only $100. I say only, but it was the cheapest out of the V90 cards that are circulating. Well, that's not true. There's some other cards that are cheaper than that, but I honestly wanted to find a card that seemed reasonably priced. To be honest, actually, I'm going off side rant. I've actually never used another SD card besides SanDisk, and I've been using SanDisk ever since I started photography. Those cards over time wore down pretty quickly. But that being said, I was venturing out, I was finding something new. I decided to select Angelbird. Got the card, worked flawlessly. Fast forward to now, I upgraded to the 128 gigabyte cards, and that has two 128 gigs V90 cards that record the 300 megabit per second. Megabit. I really enjoy using them. I haven't had any serious problems, but I'll get to the three top reasons why I like those cards. So with both of the cards, if you're filming at the highest setting on your GH5, which is the 4K 10-bit 422 400 megas per second, you'll get on a full card 41 minutes or so. So you get a runtime, if you run it all the way through, runtime of 82 minutes or so from both of those cards. So that being said, I just want to jump right into the three aspects of why I think these cards are the best. First, responsiveness. Shooting at those higher bit rates, with this particular card, I noticed that the response time from stopping and starting again is about a second or two, which is faster than I've seen. So, and that being said too, when you're recording for a long time, let's say you're recording at the highest bit rate, highest settings in the camera for more than like 2 or 3 minutes, just straight, as soon as you stop it, you know, the information has to read to the card. From my experience, after you stop, it writes to the card, takes 1 or 2 seconds, and then you can immediately start again recording. That's really important to me because some of the types of shoots I do, I stop my shot sometimes, and then I want to just quickly start recording again. It's really hard to do that with V60 cards. I've seen it firsthand with my friends who has those types of cards with the GH5. It's a longer 5 to 7 second waiting time before you can actually hit the record button again, and that's a long time. So responsiveness is key for me, and these cards deliver on that end. Second thing is reliability. I had an experience where my GH5 overheated, and so during the shoot, it stopped recording the camera. It stopped recording to the cards, and the camera just kind of froze up, and it gave me a warning sign on it. I kind of, I would freak out as anybody would, wondering if the footage is corrupt, did it get lost? And it took a while for my camera to kind of cool down before I can actually hit record again. And dummy me, I was pressing record because I was like, why isn't this working? If anything, if the information got lost, it would have been my fault anyway because I kept trying to hit record. But once the camera kind of cooled down, I was able to actually look at the footage still. So to me, I mean, that's probably not a scientific thing, but you would think that if your camera stopped mid-recording, it probably wouldn't save that file or write to the card, but it still did. So other than that, these cards just work. I think that's an awesome thing. You want cards that just work. And lastly, price. Now, I guess I will put these cards, I will put the Sony, SanDisk, and Angelbird someone in the same category in terms of pricing. And so if you were to go get a 120 gig card from Sony, it's about $228 on Amazon. If you go to B&H to get a SanDisk for the same storage capacity, it's $238. But if you go and get a Angelbird 128 gig, it's at $200. And you will double that if you're going to get 2 cards. Now, Angelbird already bundles that already, so you can get the match pack. Yeah, okay, these cards are very expensive, and I'm not trying to say like you have to go get these cards. There are other options out there that work fine. For me, in terms of looking at this tier, I want something that compares to what I'm used to, which is SanDisk. So in my opinion, out of the 3 cards, Angelbird stood out to me. Yeah, it was actually the better price for all of them, because if you got the other cards, you'll be paying a little over $400, and you're still paying a lot of money, but it was like $380 something for the total package. So there you have it. This is what I consider the best cards for the GH5. They're reliable. In terms of pricing, they are, pretty much the top tier, and still a little bit less than SanDisk or Sony, and they're just reliable and responsive. I just really appreciate that. So if you have any other questions, comment below, and until then, I'll catch you guys on the next one.